Hi all. There's one thing I can't understand is the power that the Greens have all over, the English-speaking world and beyond. We just had an election here in Ireland, a general election, and out of 174 seats in the Irish Parliament called All Ireland, the Greens only got one seat, one. In our Senate, which is called Shannon Éireann, we got the Green Party getting 5 out of 60. In the local government elections, they be called council elections, they picked up 23 seats out of 949. In the same in the north of Ireland, in their local government elections, the Greens got 5 out of 462. Like what amazes me is anytime you're looking at the news around and there's a flood or some type of disaster or something, they always attribute it to global warming or climate change or whatever. And then I was wondering about the farmers and the way they're getting hammered, and they've all these green directives coming in on them, the likes of the nitrate directives, or Ireland has a lot of bogland and they want to re-wet it. And basically, just from an Irish point of view, if the people wanted that, and if the people believed the global warming, net zero, reducing the carbon emissions is going to save the world crack, every seat in Dáil Éireann would be all Greens because we'd see them as the messiahs. But people are being bombarded by the TV and media. There's programs, there's advertising, there's news, and they always drop in cliches like carbon, this, that, and the other, net zero, climate change, global warming, etc. So people are being bombarded by this idea, but the people are rejecting it at the ballot box. And it's not just the Irish people, north and south, rejecting it at the ballot box. It's all over the world, in the English speaking world anyway, that I know of. Here's just another slide here showing you the Irish local elections in 2024. And then here's the Irish general election in 2020. Now, the Greens had 12 seats then, but at the time, like, there was 160 seats available. Like, if everybody thought we were doomed, surely we'd see these as the Messiah and we'd be all voting for them. But I think people don't believe them anymore, or they don't care. I think they don't believe them. People do care about the planet, environmental things, where you want clean water, you want clean air, etc. But I think they're overdoing it with this net zero and the carbon element, and they're absolutely hammering everyone out, especially farmers. And remember, we can survive without politicians handier than we'll survive without farmers. So, like, here we go, the UK election results, the UK general election. Like, the Greens only got 4 seats. Out of 650 constituencies, they only got four. Four. You move on to Europe, where all this green legislation, uh, it comes from the European Parliament. Now, this number of 53 seats out of 720, that's not the Greens alone. They're with another group called the EFA. And between them, they could only get 53 seats out of 720. But yet there's massive directives coming out uh, attacking all ways or all walks of our life. Now, they're trying to retrofit the world. They're trying to get rid of combustion engines. They want electric vehicles. Uh, they're trying to get rid of cars. There's retrofitting of cities and towns where they're bringing in cycle lanes, narrowing roads, uh, putting in these flexible bollards, changing the pedestrian lights so that it favours pedestrians. All of this. But the people vote at the ballot box and the people don't want it. If they did want it, the Greens will be a majority in every parliament they stand. But they're not wanted. Their policies aren't wanted, and the people don't vote for them. So that's the European Parliament. We have here Australia. 151 seats were available, up for grabs. and the Greens only got 4. Now, remember, Australia has a lot of minerals underneath it, a lot of coal, etc. And people like Ireland and like the UK, their electricity bills are going through the roof because the green policies won't let people access the fossil fuels underneath them. But as I said, why is it happening? Nobody voted for them. You know what I mean? Their Senate now, they got 11 out of 76. And then in the territorial government or whatever elections, they got nothing out of 8. And then state and territory and lower houses, a measly 20 out of 465. People don't want these policies that's coming in, but the policies still keep coming. Here we go, New Zealand. The Green Party got 15 seats, only 15 seats in that parliament. When you look at the others, the size of the Labour Party and whatever National Party. Then, if you break down Canada, 2 seats out of 338. 2 seats. Canadians have a lot of minerals as well, and they're not allowed to go near them either with all it's like a green cult. There's legislation being brought in to stop people investing in mining, etc. But the end result is like that people's way of living is being changed and gradually destroyed. And the price of food and everything is going up because as these green policies really take grip, you have the price of diesel and petrol going up with their carbon taxes. Uh, so if you're bringing food to a shop, it's going to get dearer and dearer and dearer. And then you have the attack on the farmers with, in Ireland anyway, the nitrate directives, the wetlands where they want to re-wet bogs, and they want to stop cows farting, the whole lot. And it's absolutely nuts what they want. But what's really more maddening to me is they don't ever have a mandate, but yet they get this legislation in. Like, I think that's nuts. What do you think yourself? If you have any views on it, please leave it in the comments. Or do you believe in net zero global warming, or do you not? But whether you do or not, do you not think it should be democratically brought about? Because democracy ain't working here when you see how bad they do when they go to elections across say, the Western Hemisphere or English speaking hemisphere, etc. Thanks.